Welcome to English Talk Avenue. Here, we share real-life stories in simple English to help you learn and feel inspired. Failure is not the end, but a lesson that guides success. This idea sounds simple, but living it is not easy. Most people fear failure. They try to avoid it. They hide from it. They feel ashamed when it comes. But failure is one of the most honest teachers in life. It does not lie. It does not flatter. It shows us our weakness, our mistakes, and our gaps. If we listen carefully, failure teaches us how to grow. From childhood, we are taught to win. We are praised for success. We are rewarded for good results. But we are rarely taught how to fail. When we fail an exam, a job, or a plan, we feel broken. We feel small. We feel like we are not good enough. Many people stop trying at this point. They believe failure means they are finished. But this belief is wrong. Failure does not mean the end. It means the process is still working. Think about how a child learns to walk. The child falls many times. Sometimes the child cries. But the child does not say, "I am bad at walking. I will stop." The child stands again. Step by step, the child learns. Failure is part of learning. Without falling, walking is impossible. Life works the same way. Failure often comes before success because success needs preparation. It needs experience. It needs understanding. Failure provides all of these. When something does not work, it shows us what to change. It shows us what to improve. It shows us where we are weak. If we pay attention, failure makes us smarter. Many successful people failed many times before they succeeded. They were rejected. They were laughed at. They were told to quit. But they did not see failure as a full stop. They saw it as a comma. They paused, learned, and continued. This mindset is powerful. It changes pain into progress. Failure also builds patience. When things do not happen quickly, we learn to wait. We learn to control our emotions. We learn to stay calm during hard times. These skills are important for long-term success. Without patience, success becomes unstable. It breaks easily. Failure teaches us how to stay strong when results are slow. Another lesson of failure is humility. When we fail, our ego becomes smaller. We understand that we do not know everything. We become open to advice. We become willing to learn. This openness helps us grow faster. People who never accept failure often stop learning. They believe they are already perfect. But growth needs humility. Failure also shows us our true passion. When things get hard, we see what really matters to us. If we truly care about something, we will try again. If we do not, we will quit easily. Failure asks us an honest question. How much do you want this? Our answer shapes our future. Sometimes failure protects us. We may fail at something that is not right for us. At that moment, it hurts. But later, we understand that failure saves us from a wrong path. It pushes us towards something better. Many people look back and say, "I am thankful that did not work." Failure can be guidance. Failure also connects us with others. When we fail, we realize we are not alone. Everyone fails. Everyone struggles. This understanding builds empathy. We become kinder to others. We stop judging quickly. We listen more. This emotional growth makes us better human beings. One of the hardest parts of failure is fear. Fear of trying again. Fear of being judged. Fear of failing again. But fear becomes smaller when we face it. Each time we try again, fear loses power. Failure teaches courage. Not loud courage, but quiet courage. The courage to stand up again when no one is clapping. Failure changes how we define success. Success stops being only money or fame. It becomes growth. It becomes effort. It becomes consistency. When we learn from failure, success becomes a journey, not a destination. This mindset brings peace. We stop comparing. We focus on progress. In daily life, failure appears in many forms. A missed opportunity, a broken relationship, a lost job, a rejected idea. Each one hurts. Each one leaves a mark. But each one also carries a message. If we listen, we grow wiser. If we ignore it, we repeat the same mistakes. Failure also teaches responsibility. It shows us the results of our choices. Instead of blaming others, we learn to look inside. We ask, "What can I do better next time?" This question is powerful. It turns failure into action. Some people say failure makes you stronger. This is true, but not automatically. Failure only helps when we reflect, when we think deeply, when we are honest with ourselves. Strength comes from understanding, not just suffering. Pain alone does not build strength. Learning does. Failure also teaches us to respect time. When something fails, we realize that success cannot be rushed. Good things need effort over time. This lesson helps us stay consistent. We stop looking for shortcuts. We start valuing discipline. In a world full of social media, failure feels heavier. People only show success online. They hide their struggles. This creates pressure. We think everyone is winning except us. But this is an illusion. Behind every success story, there are silent failures. We just do not see them. Understanding this brings comfort. Failure also improves creativity. When one way does not work, we search for another. We think differently. We explore new ideas. Many innovations come from failure. When the usual path is blocked, creativity opens a new door. Another important lesson of failure is self-trust. When we fail and still continue, we learn that we can survive hard times. We learn that failure does not destroy us. This builds confidence. Not the confidence of success, but the confidence of resilience. Failure teaches emotional control. It helps us manage disappointment. It teaches us how to calm ourselves. This emotional maturity is important in life. Without it, small problems feel big. Failure trains our emotions. Sometimes failure forces us to slow down, to rest, to rethink. In this pause, we gain clarity. We understand ourselves better. We see our values. We adjust our direction. This reflection is valuable. Failure also teaches gratitude. When we fail, we appreciate small wins more. We value effort. We respect the journey. Success feels more meaningful after struggle. Without failure, success feels empty. Failure is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of effort. People who do nothing rarely fail. Failure means you tried. It means you stepped out of comfort. This itself is brave. Many people fear failure because of society. They worry about what others will say. But people forget quickly. Your growth matters more than opinions. Failure teaches independence from judgment. Failure also builds character. It shapes values. It teaches honesty. It removes arrogance. It builds depth. These qualities last longer than success. When we accept failure, we become flexible. We adapt. We change strategies. This flexibility helps in all areas of life. Rigid minds break easily. Flexible minds grow. Failure also teaches persistence. Success rarely comes in the first attempt. Those who understand this keep going. Those who don't give up too early. Failure reminds us that life is uncertain. Plans may change. Outcomes may differ. Accepting this reduces stress. We learn to flow with life instead of fighting it. Failure can also open new opportunities. One closed door leads to another. Many people discover their true path after failure. What looks like an end becomes a beginning. Failure teaches us to value effort over results. When effort becomes the goal, pressure reduces. Joy increases. Growth becomes natural. Failure also builds inner strength. Quiet strength. The strength that does not need validation. The strength to keep going even when no one notices. Failure teaches patience with others. When we understand our own struggle, we become gentle with others' mistakes. This improves relationships. Failure also teaches balance. It reminds us that life is not always smooth. Ups and downs are natural. Accepting this brings peace. Failure helps us redefine ourselves. We stop attaching our worth to outcomes. We understand that we are more than our results. Failure is painful, but pain has a purpose. It signals growth. It demands attention. It invites change. Failure teaches honesty with ourselves. It removes excuses. It forces reflection. This honesty leads to improvement. Failure also teaches hope. Each failure carries the possibility of a better attempt. Hope keeps us moving. Failure reminds us that success is built, not given. Brick by brick. Lesson by lesson. Failure teaches us that giving up is the only true failure. As long as we continue, we are still learning. Failure is not a wall. It is a door. It opens when we push with understanding. Failure teaches courage to start again. This courage is rare and valuable. Failure shapes resilience. It builds endurance. It prepares us for bigger challenges. Failure is life's way of training us. Each lesson makes us stronger, wiser, calmer. Failure is not something to fear. It is something to understand. Failure does not define us. Our response to it does. Failure ends only when we stop trying. If this lesson helped you, and you enjoy learning through stories, please subscribe to English Talk Avenue.